Hello YouTubers, this is Alert Low Battery, and something has come to my attention, not recently, but I just thought I'd give this a try since I'm really bored right now. Okay, and as any Death Note fan should know, this is the ever so famous Belgium Kira case. Have you heard of it? You can go Google it if you want. Basically, put in simple terms, it's about three body parts, a torso and two thighs, located in Duden Park, Belgium. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And I thought I'd just give you my thoughts on this particular case. Okay. And by the way, this is fake, I know, and I'm just stupid right now for doing this, but please don't flame me, as I am bored and you will probably do this anyway, and we all hate imposters, but you might as well listen to it anyway. Okay, now starting. That's our basic summary. Where's my summary? Date, September the 27th, 2007. Discovery time, 5:30. And you can just read this for now. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, are you done? So yeah. Police estimate that it was placed not more than 6 hours before discovery, and it says discovery time is 5:30, which is said somewhere. 5:30 here. The lower abdomen and two thighs of an unknown Caucasian male were discovered by walkers in the park Friday at 5:30. Okay, so 5:30. If it was said that it was placed between 6 hours before, which is 11:30, so this so-called crime took place between 11:30 and 5:30. Now, interesting enough, I found out that on September the 20th, 2007, at exactly 11:20, the rain has stopped. As you can see, it feels raining, they won't say here, but it has stopped and was mostly cloudy. And so we can assume that he or she has left immediately after the rain has stopped. Interesting. And the rain has, let's see, at 5:30 until 11:20, all the way to 5:30, it is clear, no rain, mostly cloudy with a few partly cloudies here and there. Okay, so what does that prove? I don't know, but it could be useful sometime later. Now let's look at the other feature. There were two notes written in separate colored inks but said the same thing, which said Watashi wa kira desu. Or, well, actually it said Watashi wa kira desu with a D-E-S-S, or a misspelling of D-E-S-U, which means I am Kira. Okay, now this could imply that he or she is not Japanese, but we can also assume that he or she is, in a sense. And he's just being smart by trying to prove that he himself isn't. Now, I myself think that he or she is probably not Japanese. In fact, I think he is Dutch. Now, we'll take a look at a picture of sorry about that. Minor technical technical difficulties. Okay, starting off where I last left on, let's take a look at no, not Germany. What was it? Belgium. Okay, so you can see a little border over here. Stop zooming out. Over here, you can see it in white, but here's a clearer picture. Here is a picture of Belgium in Google Earth. You can see it in this section right here. Now, this Duden Park is in the northern part of Belgium, as represented by it's above this white line. But It's inside this little circle. Can you see it? I'm not sure if the camera can project it well, but here. I'm not sure if you can see it right now, but there is a picture and there's a link in the description if you want to see it for yourself. Wait, this is Google Earth, no. But there is a link for, and then there's a Google Maps, I think. And yes, it's in the northern area, but it's inside this little circle thing. And we'll go back to Wikipedia. Now, it says that here, northern is yellow and southern is red. And it's yellow, Dutch speaking, and the southern is French speaking. However, in this little circle, it's orange, which means it's bilingual. So it means that he speaks Dutch and French, or she. Now that does prove as a bit of a problem, but we can pretty much know that he probably is not Japanese. There's a very low percentage of that, which I'll explain in a minute here. Okay, now in here, let's see, oops, wrong one. Let's see where it is. And for some reason, it's not even in here. What happened to it? Wait, I'll be right back. Okay, I found it as I was being an idiot and didn't notice it. Okay. There are four major, or I don't know if it's major, but there are four or maybe five medical hospitals near here, Brussels, Duden Park. There is one, two, three, four, and possibly five. Now these are approximately 20 miles or more from here. Now, I'll zoom out a bit, and you can see that three of the hospitals, or not the hospitals, but the medical academies or schools, are above the border and are in the northern section. That means that it's probably a Dutch school, as represented by this picture from earlier. Right after I find it again. Okay, here it is. And these two are in the southern section, but they are considerably a bit farther from there. So I'm going to just gamble and say that it's probably a Dutch speaking person. Now, there is a French dub of Death Note. If that is so, then I really don't think that this person is French, since he probably wouldn't have gone through the trouble of saying watashi wa kira desu for various reasons, as well, you could say that he probably could have just said, oh, Japanese is cooler, so I'll just type it in there, but I don't think that is the case unless he knows a bit about Japanese. But there's also the other possibility of him being Dutch, which I like better. As if there is a French dub, but there's no Dutch dub of the anime Death Note. Now that means that he's probably gonna have to watch it in subs if he's going to watch it in the anime version of Death Note. And that would mean that, yeah, he would have to read the subs, but the fact that he put watashi wa kira desu probably means that he doesn't know any Japanese at all. Not because of the misspelling, but because of the very phrase that he put watashi wa kira desu. Now, if I experimented a little bit, ik ben Kira, sorry if I mispronounced that, means I am Kira in Dutch. If you translate this into Japanese, then it's not here, but if you do translate it into Japanese, it directly translates into watashi wa kira desu, the exact phrase here. If you translate the text in ik ben kira into translator, the Japanese text that is outputted becomes watashi wa kira desu, or watashi wa kira desu. However, if you put it in the French version, it becomes something off and doesn't really mean that. Now, if he had Japanese connections with a friend or something, he could make him read this, watashi wa kira desu. The fact is that when you pronounce this, the U in desu is often not heard or silenced. And that could have caused a misunderstanding, or he could have just asked, what does I am Kira mean in Japanese? And his friend could have answered, watashi wa Kira desu, and he wouldn't have heard the U, therefore the misspelling. Now that would be probably logical.